Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that's happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now, it was somewhat of an eventful week. We actually have some pretty cool stuff to talk about here, from the ninjas, to updates on Metallic White, to a couple of other odds and ends to talk about. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So first up for this week, I'm going to give you guys some updates on the Metallic White Ranger figure. So if you guys got to see the other day, I think it was Thursday morning, there was an update out of nowhere from Malaysia in the middle of the night that showed us our first look at the Metallic Armor White Ranger figure that is yet to be announced officially by Hasbro. So we have known since the beginning of May that this was going to be a thing, because it had leaked from a retailer in Singapore via listings, and then leaked via actual pictures of people having it in hand via Malaysia. So this was not from the typical Justin Hunt store. It was actually from a retailer called My Toy. That was the first place to post it. But right after I posted my video, which I posted at like 3 o'clock in the morning, we did get pictures from Justin Hunt's. So there you go. The typical Lightning Collection releases happen early in Malaysia in the middle of the summer post, which is more common than you think. It actually has happened the last 2 years in a row, ever since I've done Lightning Storm as a show. There's been times over the course of the summer where Malaysia, and specifically Justin Hunt's in Malaysia, gets items before either they're A, announced, or B, released here in the United States. And here we go again for the third year in a row with this. But now that this figure has been released at a retailer, we pretty much know every single thing about it that we did not know at the time that I made my video. And what I mean by that is we know its product number, we have its barcodes, because we got to see pictures of the back of the box and everything like that, and it does sport a brand new render of Mighty Morphin White on the back compared to the original back render that we saw on the very first figure in the Lightning Collection ever, all the way back in Wave 1 back in 2019. And overall, I think this figure looks fantastic. It does complete our Metallic Armor team, and we have this really awesome photo on Twitter that shows off the entire Metallic Armor complete team in the Lightning Collection, which just looks really good. So when are they going to announce this figure? Who knows? Probably not anytime soon, but basically I would say it's almost a 100% guarantee that this will be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive in the US. It most certainly is an exclusive of some kind. We know that for a fact, but we just don't technically know if it's Hasbro Pulse for sure, although it probably is. The other 5 were. There's no reason why this one would not be. And Hasbro Pulse exclusives have released at places like Justin Hunt's before. This happened 2 years ago when we got the Putty Patroller 2-pack and stuff like that at the store before it got released here. So it does happen that they can get Pulse exclusives. So this is probably just another one of those cases of that happening. But I don't know when they're going to announce this figure, but it does look really good, and I'm really excited to get it, even with that Michael Jackson head sculpt that we have for Tommy here, which everybody keeps comparing it to, and I definitely see it. But yeah, it looks fantastic, and I just hope we can see it officially sometime soon. Once again this week, we have the Ninja Ranger figures to talk about. You know, the good old Ninja Ranger figures that have been slowly releasing from Target website and Target stores, and you know, that just has been going super great. So now that those are kind of all over the place at this point, our eyes have been turned to the next wave of them. So there's really no updates to talk about with Ninja Blue, Black, White, or Pink today, unless you count the cat version, because we are talking about that one, because it looks like the release of the cat version of Ninja Pink, Ninja Red, and Ninja Yellow, which is kind of like the second wave or third wave, whatever you want to classify it as, the final wave of Ninja Ranger figures, looks like it's going to be coming out a lot earlier than we originally thought. So we got Hasbro Pulse emails sent out this past week, specifically from Hasbro Pulse UK, so this is not from the US, it's from the UK version of the site, and they have it currently listed. They sent out emails that said, hey, this is going to ship earlier than expected. It's going to ship at the end of June, June 27th specifically, so be prepared for that. So that does make sense. The UK was like one of the first places in the world to get the original batch of ninjas, and these figures never seemed that they would be too difficult for Hasbro to kind of get out of there quickly, because they are basically, for the most part, just repaints of the first ones that are already out, with of course new head sculpts and everything like that. So it's definitely possible that we will see the last batch of ninjas be released by the end of this current month. Now, hopefully these will have some better quality control than the first wave did, which basically had no quality control. So fingers crossed that these ones will actually turn out well if they actually do release by the end of the month. But we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled on the UK and see what happens with the rest of the scene. So for the rest of the show, we have some sales to talk about, and actually some pretty good Lightning Collection sales at that. So first of all, we have the Tango Warrior to talk about. one of the best figures that the Lightning Collection has ever produced, in my opinion, and definitely one of the best figures of the 2021 lineup, is now just kind of all over the place at Ollie's stores, apparently. So I saw this happen last week, and I've actually seen at least 2 different instances of this, at least in 2 different states as well. So I'm not exactly sure how widespread Ollie's is across the country. Here in Ohio, we have a couple around here, so I'm familiar with the store. I like it a lot. It's a discount outlet store. They just get like random, overstocks of things, and they sell them at cheaper prices. And somehow they've been getting entire cases of Tenga Warriors priced at $15 each, which is of course not an amazing discount off of the retail price for the Tengas, but hey, it's not bad at all to, if you want to army build them, $15 is better than like 22 or 25 that they were going for, so, when they first came out. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, I have enough Tengas. I am waiting for the Tenga Warrior 2-pack that has been leaked a couple months ago. We still don't know what that pack entails. We don't know if it's 2 Tenga Warriors. We don't know if it's like a Tenga Warrior with somebody else. We don't know what's going to be different with the Tenga Warriors, but we are getting a Tenga Warrior, I assume, Army Builder inspired troop pack sometime this summer. So maybe you would want to not go out and get a bunch of Tengas if you just want to wait for the Army Builder pack. Or maybe you don't care and you just want a bunch of Tengas now. Or maybe you just want a ton of Tengas and you're going to get everything. At least there's that option. So I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be at every Ollie's or just some, but I've seen some instances of it. I think in Ohio, and I think I saw another one that was like in Florida or Georgia, somewhere in the south area of the United States had it. So at least one other place, one other state has had this reported on, so I wanted to make sure I talked about it here on the show. And speaking of deals, we have Hasbro Pulse actually having a sale for once in a blue moon. So this actually was pretty surprising. Hasbro Pulse announced this past week that they were going to have a big sales event on their store, and I kind of, brushed it off. I'm like, they never have good sales. They barely even have any sales. Hey, but this one's actually pretty good, so I definitely want to make sure to talk about it here. So they're doing this thing called Power Days sales event, which you would think by the title would maybe have something to do with Power Rangers. Power Rangers is involved here, but it's not like the central focus or anything like that. But essentially, Hasbro Pulse is having a big sale on a bunch of stuff on their site. Not everything, but a good amount of stuff on Hasbro Pulse is on sale. But the catch is, the sale only applies to certain items, and you only get the sale if you spend $75 or more on items on Hasbro Pulse. So if you spend $75 or more on any of the items that are under the tag of the Power Sales event sale thing, you get 40% off of that order of $75 or more. So that actually is a pretty good amount of money off of orders if you spend it only $75. And of course, the more expensive stuff is, the better the sale could potentially be. Now, there's some things that have already sold out from the sale because this has been live since Thursday morning, and you're seeing this on Saturday, so it's already been a couple of days. But they had the 3-0 6-pack of Power Ranger figures. That's usually like $550. You could have gotten that for like $330 or something with the sale. But of course, we're here to talk about the Lightning Collection stuff that are on sale here, and I don't exactly know how much of it's still going to be available at the time you're seeing this, so I'm just going to leave a link in the description below to just the sales page in general. But from what was on there, from when I looked before, we had pretty much every single in-stock figure that Hasbro Pulse has from Wave 6 through 10, so Wave 11 did not seem to be part of the sale, which it is the newest one, so that's probably why. I think both Waves of Versus packs, the monsters were there, the Pulse-Con Pudgy Pig was part of the sale. If you never wanted to spend the ridiculous price that lunchbox version was, maybe now's the time to get it. One of the best things on sale was the entire Team NT crossover series, which I think if you bought all of them, you could get them for like $114 for all 3 packs and Shredder, which is a fantastic deal if you don't already have those. The Zed helmet was on sale. Another really good sale, especially tying into the metallic white news, was all 5 of the metallic armors. If you never picked up any of them so far, you could get them all for like $83, I think, something like that, after you put all 5 of them in your cart. So there's some pretty good deals you can get here, and of course, not just Power Rangers. There's Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified, Marvel Legends, tons and tons of stuff on Hasbro Pulse on sale right now. Now, the sale is going until the end of the day on Monday, June 6th, so you pretty much have just the remainder of this weekend to take advantage of it if you like to get something or fill some gaps in the collection or get extras or something like that. There's a lot to choose from. Alright, and with that, that's everything we have to talk about for this week. Of course, until next time, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about anything I talked about today in the comments below. And of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And I'll see you all in Lightning Storm. The series for Lightning always strikes twice.